All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 15 runners.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Check 3.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Here we go. 47 is the mic, boys. Neutral, open. Check. 47.
Brissett on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Kill.
SOS.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Tight dog.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike's 47. You ain't got nothing. You get the 6. Check.
This is Hines. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Brissett. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter. Here we go.
Foles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, Brissett, and that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Set. 380.
Fournette, a first down carry. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Fournette. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the first quarter. In the score, Jaguars 7, Colts nothing.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Hey, here we go. I got you.
Now Foles. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw once more on second and 10. Foles under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. On 3rd down, Fournette. And an alley to run. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. That's caught at the 3. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Good job.
Leonard Fournette with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down now, it's Hines. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Joker, 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 Joker. Check 43. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
On third down, Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check 99. Save. Shift.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left,
more football.
early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Let's go!
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They're running it. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Now Leonard Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Under. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 3.
Here's Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Justin Houston in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and that'll make it third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run again with Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, touchdown number 22 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 15 yards on the play, first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Fournette. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Seth DeValve, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett looking deep for Hilton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Watch the pass.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Check screen.
On the delay, here's Hines. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What do you see? And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Foles now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, shoulder. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd and 12, Foles going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. James O'Shaughnessy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Check 50, check 50.
They run the counter. Hines. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Ready. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Army, army. Army, army.
Play action now. Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the red zone now, Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Right in.
Now Mostert. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Go. 380.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing wrong.
Hey, Steve 6. Mike 51. Let's go, baby. They turn up.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A handoff to Fournette. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Jags, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be